How tough was it out there then this afternoon, Jodie? It seemed to be a very stop-start game. There didn't seem to be much flow about it.
Yeah, I think it was tough and playing out there, and I think it's a big occasion. Some of the girls have never been in a situation like this before, so you've got to take that into account. But overall, I think we dealt with it pretty well, and I think the best thing about us and a team, we can go and beat teams 50-0 when it clicks and we go and put 50 points past people, but when we've got to get down to the tough and the rough and the nitty-gritty of the game, the fight for each other, and just to be able to do that is just as good winning like that as it is beating teams like 50-odd points. So I like winning when it's a bit closer. It's more enjoyable to play in, definitely.
Yeah, I listened to the commentary last week, and obviously the scoreline was a lot more comfortable than today, but as you say, you prefer playing in games like this, and you're going to have more of these tough games going into the latter stages, hopefully.
Yeah, and I think as well, as the more the women's game grows and all of the teams get that competitive, and as we build towards kind of 2024 and a one structure Super League, we want to be up there and we want to be involved with the big teams, and we want to be playing like that every week and showing how good the women's competition is, and then it makes it better for everyone, and hopefully more people will watch off the back of that, and it'll just keep growing and growing.
Amanda, if they'd won, you'd have been level on points, but you've gone 4 points clear of Featherstone thanks to that result. How important was that this afternoon?
Oh, really important. I think, from a coaching point of view, for me today, we come here and like Jodie said, I was unsure how the girls would deal with the occasion. I think we've prepared well. We're at a confident stage in our progress at the moment, and I think they just stay composed, and when it got really, really tough, they just worked for each other today, and that's what I was proud of as a coach. And yeah, today we needed the win. Do you know what I mean? Didn't want to put the pressure on the girls, but we needed to come here today if we want to stay up there with the best, and we needed to get the points, and we did. And full credit to them. So losing our fullback and having to put a prop at fullback, do you know what I mean? It shows the strength in depth that we've got in the team and how much they are willing to work for each other, and good attitude. So proud of them all.
Big try just before half time. Did that change what you had to say?
No, I think I always have a look at stuff. I don't have a lot to say really at half time. I think at the end of the day, once that whistle goes and the kick off, the girls go out there and do what they know best, and play the best they can. And for me at half time, it's just some little tip on, just like tips on things they can improve on, things that they maybe could do a little bit better. You know what I mean? And that's it really. I don't really give them a lot. I think, they're out there and they can react, and the only way they're going to learn and get better is by reacting and sorting it themselves.
You almost appear to be an outpost out there at the top end of the country. Most of the teams based in West Yorkshire and in Greater Manchester. Is that an advantage to being able to keep players from the northwest in your squad?
We've got a full Cumbrian team, so another thing that I literally pride myself on. I think it's great that I've gone there. I've worked at Leeds Rhinos, I've worked at Wigan Warriors, and to come and be able to coach back in my hometown and say that we've got a full Cumbrian side, I think it's good for Cumbria and the area to say that we're not bringing in stars from elsewhere. We'll look to grow our own, and I think the future there looks good. Because
that is one of the things about the competition at the moment in the WSL 1. A lot of talent concentrated around Saints and York and Leeds, but you're building a nice little team here at Barrow.
Yeah, it's really good, and I think that we've got in the background, we've got the reserve team, we've got the Raider girls, so it's building and building and building, and it is really good to see that, and we want to be up there and competing when it does change to that Super League 1 and there's only 8 teams left. We definitely want to be up there and be one of those teams.
Let's see how the captain and the coach answer this one, because last week I was listening to the commentary, as I mentioned, it was said that the aim this year was to consolidate the position in this division. Obviously you're high up there at the moment. What's the aim now?
Yeah, I think that we try and win the league that we're in. We try and win WSL 2, and if we can do that, I think it'll be an overachievement season, I suppose, because the aim at the start was, I guess, to survive. We've already done that, and we're exceeding expectation, and there's no getting carried away with that. Amanda grounds us at training. We take one game at a time, but yeah, we've definitely got our eyes set on that grand final and giving Warrington a surprise when they hopefully come up against us.
That's going to be a big game, isn't it? Obviously they're just above you in the table at the moment, but they're the team you've got to catch, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're standing there as a more sort of experienced team, if you will. They've got players in there that have been playing at this level for a while, and they are probably the toughest team in the competition. But like Jodie said, for me, I'm quite focused as a coach, and all I want to do is make each one of these the best it can be, and I keep saying it, and that's what I do. That's how I coach. That's what we work on in training, and they'll go out there, play the best they can, and the points look after themselves. And at the moment, I'm really impressed with the great attitude, the willingness to want to learn and get better and be the best they can, and the way they work for each other. Carry on as we are, and like I say, points look after themselves, and the league will.
Finally, I may have got this wrong, because you were supposed to be on the show before Christmas, but everything went wrong. And I think you dialed us up while we were in the middle of another programme, so we all got the dates wrong. But were you a decent footballer? Are you a decent footballer? Is that what I'm told?
I played for Bradford City for about 4 seasons down here when I lived in Leeds. So at the time, football came first. Must have got a bang on the head at some point and realised sense. And then in Barrow, there isn't really a women's football team to play for. So yeah, rugby takes priority now, and I've retired from football and given rugby the last kind of as many years as I've got left playing, because I'm 34 now.
Well, you'll be watching the games tonight. Obviously, there's never been a higher concentration on women's sport than there is at the moment, especially with the Lionesses in the final tonight.
Yeah, we're staying down. We're going to watch it in a bar in Headingley as a team. The coaches there getting VIP treatment in commercial in a minute. So, but then they're going to join us back in the Headingley for the game. So that'll be a bit of a throwback for me, living here for a while. And I think what you said before about teams down here and players, there's so many players that I recognise from my time down here that play for different clubs and they've been around. But at Barrow, I think that's the nicest part of being involved with the team. It's everybody's local, everybody wants to be there and wear the Barrow shirt for the right reasons. And yeah, we don't need to attract people from away. We just need to get what we've got and keep everyone happy in the squad. And I think we do that really well.